Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Old World Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane. Welcome back to another episode of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast. We're back after missing 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little bit of here, a little bit of there.
Things happen.
Shit happens.
Yep.
So, we're back again to give you your gaming news and your guilty pleasures of all that good stuff that we like and you like and all that, whatnot. Whatever.
And you know what? We're soon coming up to a full year.
I know, right?
We've never done that for a podcast, and we've almost made it a year. It'll be a year in May.
I know, right? That's crazy. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been a year, you know? It's like, this is only going to be like the third time we've done the podcast, man. It's like, we're brand new and everything.
The third time.
I know, right? It's like, holy crap, it's been a year. Imagine that. Holy crap. Coming up soon. Maybe we'll do something special for a year. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just throwing things out my ass. I don't know. We gotta do something special. I mean,
gotta try and do something special.
Yeah, we'll try. We will do. You guys have a definite maybe. So, but anyway. But yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Year. Damn.
Time.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah. Anyway, so without any further ado, we will go directly into SDK's news, and as always, SDK's news brought to you by VG247 and Destructoid.com. First thing, I want to get this out of the way because it's not a Scott's news unless we talk about Pokemon Go.
Or Pokemon in general.
Or Pokemon in general. But we have, I think, 2 articles about Pokemon this week. I'm pretty sure we have 2. But anyway. Pokemon Go Battle League is getting a leaderboard in a Merrill event. Pokemon Go players can soon see who's at the top of the Go Battle League through leaderboards. Starting Friday, April 10th, Pokemon Go players will be able to see who's at the top of their game in Battle League through a leaderboard. The leaderboard is launching just after the Go Battle League changes from Ultra League to Master League, and it will show the top 500 trainers in the world and their trainers' nicknames, teams, ranks, ratings, and total matches. Rankings will be based on the previous day's in-game ratings from trainers ranked 7 and up. Trainers with active disciplinary action or inappropriate trainer nicknames will be excluded, so keep that in mind if you have yet to create a nickname. To celebrate the launch of the leaderboards, a Go Battle Day event featuring Meryl will take place on Sunday, April 12th. The event will feature the Aqua Mouse Pokemon and activities related to Go Battle League. This Water Fairy type Pokemon evolves into Azumarill. The more Go Battle League battles you win from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time during the event, the more chances you'll have to encounter Meryl. During this time, the Pokemon will also be guaranteed basic reward after your first and third wins. Use a premium battle pass, and Meryl will appear after every win as a guaranteed premium reward. You will also receive 2 times Catch Stardust for catching Meryl during this time. In addition, all day on the Meryl Battle Day, What? Meryl Battle Dat? I'm sure that's supposed to be day, but it's not. In addition, all day on the Barrel Metal Day. That's screwing me up so bad. You'll be able to complete 20 sets of Go Battle League battles up from the regular 5 sets for a total of up to 100 battles. I'm sorry about that. That completely screwed me up. I was calling it the Barrel Metal Day. Like, oh god. But this is kind of cool. This just gives, people who don't have anything better to do something better to do. And 100 battles. At least that'll take up a little bit of the time when you've got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So,
well, you just walk around with your phone in your face.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go around with his 400 BP Pidgey. I'll go beat everybody. Yeah, not so much. But well, yeah, at least you have something to look forward to and something to work your way up to the top of the leaderboards, and just make sure you don't use the inappropriate nicknames, because if you do, you're not going to be allowed to be on the leaderboard. So you got that. So something fun, new Meryl, all that good stuff. moving on. This week's Epic Game Store freebies. We got 2 new games for you. The Epic Game Store is offering up Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishments for free this week, and next week you can grab Just Cause 4 for nada. This week, Epic Game Store is offering 2 games for free: Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment and Close to the Sun. In Frogware's Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishments, you will play as the renowned detective and use your talents to solve 6 cases involving murders, missing persons, thefts, and some will lead you into the realm of the fantastic. The game offers the ability to conduct investigations in the manner that you choose. Close to the Sun is a first-person horror adventure game set in 1897. In it, a ship born of Tesla's vision is stranded in international waters. Called the Helios, it is a haven for the greatest scientific minds and a utopia for research. In the game, you play as a journalist named Rose Archer, who is searching for her sister on the ship. You will soon discover not all as it seems, as the ship stands empty, with the stench of rotting flesh lingering in the world. What?
Some of these.
What the heck? You guys see some editors? Holy shit! With the stench of rotting flesh lingering in, and the world quarantine painted across the entrance to the ship. Create the word. The word. What is? Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't actually me tripping over the words. That's what's written there. Like, holy shit. It's lingering in the world quarantine painted across the entrance. Like,
stands empty, the stench of rotting flesh lingering, and the world quarantine painted across the entrance.
It probably should be the word quarantine painted across the entrance to the ship. Like, holy crap. Next week, Avalanche's crazy fun action title Just Cause 4 will be free alongside the indie game Wheels of Aurelia. Last week's free games were Drawful 2, Gone Home, and Runix Hop. Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment sounds kind of cool. Like, you know, go and do investigations in your own way. I'm kind of curious about what they mean by your own way. I mean, how much can you figure out on your own way? I don't know. Close to the Sun's a horror game, so, you know, probably not gonna touch that. I'm just saying. Stefan's over there dancing. But yeah, Just Cause 4 next week, guys. So that's something to look forward to right there. So moving on. Yeah. So Animal Crossing's New Horizons. It's sold pretty good, guys. I throw that out there. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a huge hit. According to the latest Famitsu numbers, Animal Crossing New Horizon has sold 3.03 million physical copies in Japan since its release in March 20th. That's up considerably from the 1.88 million it sold in its first 3 days in the market in the region. Famitsu only reports physical copies. So you know once digital copies are taken into account, the figure will be much higher. If you're looking to compare figures, Juggernaut's Smash Bros. Ultimate and Pokemon Sword and Shield have sold 3.6 million and 3.5 million copies, respectively, lifetime in the region.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Wow.
Lifetime.
That just goes to show you, man, people love Animal Crossing. It's a fun game. It might not be the funnest game to watch, but just to play. It's the same thing as Stardew Valley or any of those games where you take simulation into account. It's just, you're so zoned into what you're doing that you don't even know that you're, you know, if you're a streamer, you don't know that you're streaming, really. You're just like, let's go. Yeah. So...
Nintendo has yet to announce worldwide figures for the game, but it will report its year-end financials on May 7th, so we'll likely get a firm sales figure at that time. If you're just getting started in the game or need some pointers VG247 has a new Animal Crossing New Horizons guide to perfecting your island paradise. I mean, holy shit, dude! Really? 3.03 million copies in its first 3 weeks, compared to 3.6 and 3.5 millions of Smash Ultimate and Pokemon Sword lifetime. Holy hell, man!
Like, people like it more than Pokemon. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. When you think about it in that perspective, like, people like it more than Pokemon. That's saying a lot. Yeah.
That's saying a whole.
Now, the other thing, it might have something to do with that you're limited to islands.
Mm-hmm.
So people might have, like in our situation, we have 2 Switches, so we have 2 copies of Animal Crossing. Right. If everyone else does that, I mean, you're taking those figures and doubling them, kind of thing.
Right.
Actually.
So it's like,
yeah, it's.
I
crazy.
honestly think when we report this on May 7th, I'm going to throw a number out there, and I don't think that it's going to be all that inaccurate. I think when we get the worldwide sales between digital and physical, I think by May 7th, I think it's going to sell 20 million copies.
I'd go another 5 million more. Let's say 25 million.
We'll see. 20 to 25 million. We'll think about that when we get the May 7th is a. Oh, look at that! It's a Thursday. Imagine that.
Yeah, will the numbers be up in time? Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But damn, that's a lot of games, man. And think about the fact that that's only physical copies.
Yeah.
How many people have downloaded it digitally? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Animal Crossing is huge, if you guys haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, so moving on. So we're going to take our first look at the PS5 controller, because we finally have what it looks like now. Sony has revealed details and images of the PS5 wireless controller. It's called the DualSense and is charged via USB-C. One of the headline features of the DualSense is haptic feedback, an advanced rumble technology that simulates what's happening on screen via vibrations in your hands. We had a great opportunity with PS5 to innovate by offering game creators the ability to explore how they can heighten that feeling of immersion through our new controller, says the official blog post. This is why we adapted haptic feedback, which adds a variety of powerful sensations you'll feel when you play, such as the slow grittiness of driving a car through mud. On top of that, there's adaptive triggers. These allow developers to play with tension to simulate other in-game activities. The example given is squeezing the trigger to simulate drawing the string on a bow. Sony has also replaced the share button with a button called Create, and it will, share more details about that at a later date. Presumably, you'll be able to jump straight into advanced video editing from raw gameplay clips or something along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
Elsewhere, there's built-in microphones so that you can chat with friends even without a headset. Sony says it's incorporated these additions without sacrificing design. The pad apparently won't weigh you down, and it will hold its charge for those lengthy gaming sessions. Now, let's talk about the colors. The Sony blog post explains about the design. Traditionally, our base controllers have a single color. As you can see, we went a different direction this time around and decided on a two-tone design. Additionally, we changed the position of the light bar that will give it an extra pop. On a DualShock 4, it sat on top of the controller. Now it sits at each side of the touchpad, giving it a slightly larger look and feel. In all, we went through several concepts and hundreds of mock-ups over the last few years before we settled on this final design. DualSense has been tested by a wide range of gamers with a variety of hand sizes in order for us to achieve the comfort level we wanted with great ergonomics. Our goal with DualSense is to give gamers the feeling of being transported into the game world as soon as they open the box. We want gamers to feel like the controller is an extension of themselves when they're playing. So much so that they've forgotten that it's even in their hands. So, all right, I got a few gripes about this. I don't know if you've seen the light on a PS4 controller. So this is what, PS4 controller right here.
Yeah.
This is where the light thing is on the back of the PS4 controller. If you guys, don't see it.
There it is.
But there you go. That's where it is on the back of a PS4 controller. Even with it there, that bitch is bright sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes it is very bright.
Depending on what color you set it to, especially.
Right.
Yep.
Now that shit's going to be in your face. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. The controller design itself, I feel, is, it's not really that far off from a PS4 controller. I feel it's slightly bigger, but why, though? I don't see what was wrong with this.
I know what they're doing now. It looks like the buttons are smooth, like they are like they're thin buttons.
Yeah,
like so they're flush with the actual controller itself, which is good. There's a couple things I've got to say. These will allow developers to play with tension. The example given is squeezing the trigger to simulate drawing the string on a bow. We's already done that. Okay, moving on. Mm-hmm. Share button with a button called Create. Yeah, that's all about the video editing clips that they wanted to do that they already explained about, basically.
Yeah.
Built-in microphone, how is that a big deal? They've had that on the PS4 controller.
Yep.
So far, I'm not super impressed. I actually honestly like the color and design of it. That's me.
Yeah, I'm alright with it. I know that it's actually getting a lot of feedback, and it's getting a lot of negative feedback when it comes to PlayStation players, and I think it's honestly because PlayStation players are so used to this, like the black or the mono gray or something like that, having a dark controller. I think that's just what they're used to, and I think that's probably why most of the people are having problems, because it's like, oh, well, this is what a PlayStation controller is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be like this mono gray with your D-pads over here and your DualShock controllers over here and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. I like the way that it looks. I'm hoping that those lights are not very bright. I'm hoping that, not that they're so dull that you can't see them, but I don't want them to be as bright as the fucking things on this controller. I don't want them to be like this. How fucking bright this motherfucker can get. I'm just saying.
That D-pad, I'm very interested in. It looks like it might be a decent D-pad. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about the look of it that just makes me feel like it might be a decent D-pad.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen a back view of it to see where the R2 and L2 buttons sit. But I'm assuming they're probably going to be in kind of the same position as this, because looking at a PS4 controller side by side, they basically the R1 and R2 or the L1 buttons basically look exactly the same. So I would just assume that the triggers are going to be in the same place. And honestly, I'll say of all controllers that have had R1 and L1 on them, or I'm sorry, L2 and R2 on them, I think the PS4 controller is the perfect place for where those buttons are, in my opinion. Out of all the controllers, PS4 got it perfect with the way that it sits there, because you can hit R1 and then L1 or the R1 and R2, and it doesn't feel like it's a clunky mess between trying to get to both of those buttons. Or it doesn't feel like it's too far back in the controller. It doesn't feel like it's too far forward, that you're accidentally hitting it when you're trying to hit R1 or something like that. I think this right here is perfect. Don't mess with this, PlayStation. I'm just saying. Don't mess with this. My only other complaint, and I don't know how big a deal this is that it's USB-C.
Oh, I don't mind that.
I don't own anything USB-C.
My phone.
So my phone's USB-B.
Everything's going USB-C. It's very nice.
Yeah. Where maybe I'm a little bit behind in the time when it comes to coming upon a year and a half old now, so it's probably about that time. But that's my only small gripe is that it's that, and that's negligible. But I don't know. Overall, I don't understand what everybody's complaining about. I think it looks great.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So, I like it. I think it looks good.
I agree.
So, moving on. Borderlands 3 players can help map the human gut microbiome by playing a new minigame. Borderlands Science is a game within Borderlands 3 that allows you to provide data for scientific study. Announced today, Borderlands Science can now be played inside Borderlands 3, and what it does is help map the human gut microbiome. You could also earn unique rewards for playing. According to the announcement, next time you visit Dr. Tanos' infirmary, you will notice a newly installed Borderlands Science arcade game. The minigame was developed in conjunction with McGill University, Massively Multiplayer Online Science, and the Microsetta Initiative, and playing it will help benefit the real-world scientific community. The arcade puzzle game presents simple block puzzles based on strands of DNA, and by solving the puzzles you will help map and compare the microbes contained therein. Here's a breakdown of what the game entails. Colored tiles representing different nucleotides appear on the grid. By nudging them up with their columns, you attempt to organize them in the correct rows. It's not always possible to line up all of the tiles correctly, but attempting these puzzles is still helpful as you're identifying errors in real-world computer analyses. In each of the Borderlands Science puzzles has a target score that you need to hit in order to progress and get credit for solving it. Note that hitting a puzzle's target score doesn't mean you have to move on to the next one, though. Often there will be additional moves that you can make. Going above and beyond the bare minimum that's required is a key if you want to beat the high scores already posted by Tanos and contribute more data to this important microbe initiative. In case you're curious about the practical applications for the new raw data gathered through Borderlands Science, the human gut is linked to numerous diseases and conditions, including diabetes, depression, autism, anxiety, obesity, and more. By mapping these microbes, the hope is that scientists will be able to better understand these ecosystems, which may help guide future research in novel treatments and interventions. Completing these puzzles also earns you in-game currency, which can be redeemed for Vault Hunter heads, skins, and as well as time boosts that buff your stats, loot quality, and gains to be used in the core game. So they have a video of it here, but we're not going to get to that. This is an interesting idea. And I'm going to say this is genius. Because what better way to help to help with this sort of research is to say, hey, there's a lot of thought that goes into this. There are smaller things that can be done with a little bit of work. Throw it in the game and reward the players for helping you. And it actually has real-world scientific application. I don't know why the hell we haven't tried this before. I mean, think of it this way. If it's going to be like, oh, there's a game within a game, and you can get the high score and get cool loot for doing it, and you're helping science, I don't see how I'm not going to do that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure at the end of this podcast, I'm probably going to be firing up Borderlands 3 and trying it. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like, genius. This is smart. This is super smart.
They should release it as a separate game as well, so that people who just want to help in that perspective can do that instead of having to play the full game. That way they're doubling up on how many people they can actually have access to.
I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, what's stopping like science right now from just making a game completely like that, where it's like, here's scientific research you can do, but you get points and there's a high scoreboard. High scoreboard. I want to put my name upon the scoreboard. You know, I think that'd be a great idea. I think this is. I'm kind of curious about what kind of like cool shit that you can get from this. I'm more interested in what's coming out of the loot, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm helping science in the meantime, sure, but I want the cool loot stuff. You know, like you could be getting buffs to help you get better gear. Hell yeah, absolutely. So, and new skins and shit like that. Hell yeah. and Science. So, you know, it's smart. It's plain old smart, and get some Borderlands stuff, boys and girls. Anyway, moving on to the last article that we have from VG247. We called this ahead of time, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Steam, once again, breaks its own all-time concurrent user peak. Steam has broken its own records yet again. Nearly a month ago, Steam started breaking its all-time active user record with over 20 million concurrent. This would only be the start, as the platform has since exceeded that figure several times over the last few weeks. The most recent record was achieved over the weekend with 24,535,923 concurrent users, a staggering number even by Steam standards. As coronavirus lockdowns continue worldwide, there's a good chance that number could climb again. For its part, Valve has made some changes to better accommodate all this traffic, and to help preserve bandwidth for everyone. Steam now delays game updates for up to several days for games you've not currently played. Oh, you've not recently played. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm reading. You've not recently played. Through Valve, though Valve has yet to limit download speeds, other platforms such as the PlayStation Network already have. All of this traffic helps everyone on Steam, including free-to-play games. Valve's own Counter-Strike Global Offensive, for instance, also recently saw historic jumps in active players. I mean, we called this a couple weeks ago. We said that this was what was going to happen at some point in the near future when, like, literally frickin' everyone is forced to be at home all at the same time. Yeah. It's going to hit, like, 26, 27 million players all on at the same time. It's gonna get like historically huge, and it's gonna be a number that'll absolutely never get touched again unless we have some sort of other historic thing that requires everybody to stay home at the same time. And
more so.
Yeah, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. I mean, just this event that we're having right now is historic enough to the point where it's going to be talked about in history books down the line. Yeah. So, the fact that we have this many people on Steam right now is just, you know, completely because of what's going on now. So once this is all cleared up, people start going back to work, start going back to school, start doing all that stuff, those numbers are going to see an absolute nosedive, and you're never going to get this close again. So stick it in your record book, Steam, because it's as high as you're ever going to get. Mm-hmm. Just throwing that out there. So, anyway, moving on to the articles from Destructoid.com. Yes, sir. Your boy Soryu. What the hell am I trying to say here? Suiru is coming out today for One Punch Man. A hero nobody knows. Bandai Namco has revealed the next hapless fighter pointlessly preparing to take on Saitama in the fighting title One Punch Man. A hero nobody knows. Expert martial arts champion Suiru will be joining the game's roster today as a paid DLC character. Master of the devastating Void Fist, Suiru has already proven his mettle, having won the Super Fight Tournament a record 5 times. Disinterested with the structure and discipline of the Hero Association, Suiru is more of a wanderer, simply out to engage in combat with the greatest fighters in the universe. Suiru will be made available through purchases today individually or will arrive as part of One Punch Man Season Pass. Arriving in-game for all players is a new arena based on the Super Fight Tournament, so you can recreate some of Suiru's greatest showdowns. In related news, it has been revealed that the latest issue of Weekly Jump that Lightning Max is expected to be the next DLC character, joining the OPM roster, arriving later in spring. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, is available now on PS4, PC, and Xbox One. I watched the trailer for Suiru, and he looks pretty freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. He looks really, really cool. Yeah. So I figured that you guys want to know about that. And also that Lightning Max is going to be the next character coming out for One Punch Man. You guys are probably going to see me playing this game eventually because, you know, it's OPM. I don't see how I can possibly avoid playing this game. And it's also, like, you know, semi-fighting game, so, again, yeah. But anyway, so, Suiru coming out as the first DLC character, Lightning Max is number 2. Moving on. So, Overwatch is adding Echo now, and streamlining hero pools for next week. Competitive. That's the word. That's the line above. Blizzard has a few big new things lined up for Overwatch next week, including Echo, who's joining the live game roster on April 14th, and changes to competitive play, which are starting April 13th. Echo is one of the more exciting heroes in recent memory thanks to her versatile kit. The evolutionary robot can fire off projectiles, sticky bombs, and can confirm the kill focusing beam. To say nothing of her ultimate ability, Duplicate, which lets her become a clone of an enemy hero for a limited time. Oh, jeez. The developers are also hoping to streamline competitive play next week. As of April 13th, there will be a single unified hero pool intended to... Jeez, I got hiccups now, I'm sorry. There will be a single unified hero pool intended to match the Overwatch League in competitive play as closely as possible for a more consistent experience. The banned hero picks will be based on hero play rates from higher level competitive play matches, and each week, starting on Monday morning, 1 tank, 1 support, and 2 damage heroes will be removed. Popular characters are likely candidates. That said, heroes will not be removed 2 weeks in a row. A day later on April 14th, Blizzard will stop using map pools. Instead, competitive will include every map except for Paris and Horizon Lunar Colony, both of which need updates to improve their play. The designers are taking a look at Paris first with an eye towards updating the map's layout and making it more fun to play. Once these maps are in a better place, they'll return to competitive play. So yeah, Echo will be coming out relatively soon. I like the fact that the hero pool is doing what they're doing, because it's making it so that, like, jeez, I'm sorry, guys. The one-trick pony players are going to have to find something different to do if their champion's banned, because I know that there are a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I'm Widowmaker mains, I'll play nothing but Widowmaker, or Soldier 76 mains, or, you know, specific Lucio mains, or anything along those lines. It'll make those players just take up something different for once in a while. Or maybe, like, the meta with, like, the some of the heroes taken out it's going to change things. Like, oh, well, we know that we don't have to deal with Soldier 76 right now, so playing Pharah is going to be a lot safer. Or, you know, we're not going to have Mercy, so playing somebody like Pharah is going to be, like, a lot less interesting. You know, because you don't have, like, the pharmacy thing going on. So, it's going to change up how people play Overwatch right now. And, them working on Paris and Horizon Lunar Colony is long overdue. It's long overdue. Paris has always been a completely garbage map. It's always been crap. It's always been amazingly one-sided. I hate playing on it. And Horizon Lunar Colony, I've never been a super fan of. It's okay, except that, like, Point B has always been like a how do you capture this without dying sort of thing, because it's so freaking open. So it's like, it's whatever. But I know you don't have much to say about this, Devin. Play Overwatch.
I don't play Overwatch. I apologize.
Yeah, yeah. But just Paris has just been always just a terrible map. It's the worst map in the entire game. It's not even close. Horizon Lunar Colony, it's hit or miss. If you get a good team that can clear out in the end spot, it's fine, but how often are you going to end up with a team that can do something like that? It's like, whatever. But Paris needs help. It needs help, and it needs help badly. Because it's the worst map in the game. Just get rid of it. Don't worry about working on it. Just get rid of it. Anyway, so moving on. The other Pokemon thing that we are going to talk about, Seven. Game Freak is starting to ban players who abuse the Sword and Shield's disconnect rank glitch. In case you haven't been following the Pokemon Sword and Shield online scene, players recently discovered a glitch that allowed them to disconnect from a game at the right moment to ensure that they didn't lose rank and their opponent didn't gain rank in the process. It's a nasty move, but Game Freak has now a solution. Do it regularly and you're banned. Excuse me. In an announcement by way of their official site, Game Freak acknowledges the issue and says it will investigate accounts to see if they have been performed repeatedly. If they deem you a troublemaker, you could be temporarily or permanently banned from the game, and excludes all future ranked battles and competitions. Game Freak says it will continuously monitor the situation and keep users abreast of what is going on in the future. It's smart of them to be so bold this early on. A situation like this could have been catastrophic, or could have had catastrophic results in the competitive Pokemon community. This is something that I feel that should have happened in competitive Pokemon games a long time ago. Like, if you leave, whatever, you get a loss or whatever, if you find a way to exploit it, like if your opponents don't get wins and shit like that, you should have, I mean, it's a lot harder with, like, older Pokemon games because they're so, like, I don't know, they weren't as socially connected as Sword and Shield can possibly be. But, I mean, you understand what I'm saying with that? Where it's like, go back to a game like, even, let's just say, like the last one, the Sun and Moon. Like, how easy do you think it would have been for, like, Game Freak to be able to see the competitive rankings through Sword and Shield? Not that easy. I feel that looking through, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. I don't know how they would be able to check on, like, what things you've done repeatedly. I mean, is there, like, some sort of, like, log that, like, keeps track of your online competitive stuff? Sword and Shield?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. It's like, it's kind of weird to say, like, oh, we're monitoring what you're doing. It's like,
well, I mean, there's probably going to be logs if you disconnect and reconnect every time you disconnect and reconnect to the server. So, I mean,
that's true.
If they see that happening, like, and it's supposed to be in the middle of a match, and they see that, oh, you disconnected, and this person who you're playing against is still in game, kind of thing, then, like, they can see that, obviously. Then.
Right. And what Game Hunter's saying that the glitch has always existed. So, like,
Jesus,
what has stopped players from doing this in the past? Like, oh, well, I'm one of the top 100 people in Pokemon. I've never lost a match, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, well, how often have you used that glitch then? It's impossible to tell. Well, now, Game Freak is going to be a hell of a lot more adamant about, like, keeping an eye on the players that are disconnecting multiple times a day. Mm-hmm. Or multiple times in a certain time frame. I mean, Pokemon matches can take a while. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you've ever watched, like, the actual video game Pokemon competition online, some of those matches take a long time. They take like an hour at certain points. But they do a lot of thinking, since they have to. I mean, Pokemon is a game that just has a lot of stuff going on. You have to, like, not only do you have to consider the Pokemon that you guys that both people have in play at the time, you have to be considering the other 5 Pokemon that they have going on too. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. So could you imagine going through this battle for like an hour, and then your opponent decides, like, glitch, you don't get a win. It's like, ugh. Like, How disheartening is that? Does that make you want to even attempt to play again? Of course not. Would you want to go through an hour-long grueling battle, basically give yourself a headache? Yeah, it's like you give yourself a headache, and it's like, oh, well, I went through all that effort, and my opponent just disconnected on me, and I don't even get to win. Why would you ever want to play again?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so it's like, I think it's good on Game Freak to keep an eye on this sort of stuff now, especially since that they probably have a lot more home base information on what players are doing, so that they can be like, oh well, this player has disconnected 3 times in the last hour. We'll observe what they do. If they disconnect the 4th time in the next hour or so, they get banned. Especially if it was oh, they were in a competition, disconnect. In a competition, disconnect. In a competition, disconnect. Alright, you get one more shot. Alright, ban. You're done. So, this is a good improvement for healthy competition for Pokemon going into the future. So, I kind of wanted to gloss over this real quickly. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to play it yet, Gears 5 is going to be free to play on PC all weekend long. If, like myself, you've yet to try out Xbox Game Studio shooter sequel Gears 5, then this weekend may prove a perfect opportunity, as the full game is going to be free to play on PC from now until April 12th. Simply download Gears 5 from either Steam or the Windows Store, and you've got the whole weekend to take it to the Swarm. Free-to-play period should offer you enough time to grind out the entire campaign, which sees protagonist Kate Diaz investigate the origins of the Locust and its former leader Queen Mira, and Diaz's own connection to both. If you have any time left, then Gears' legendary multiplayer modes are at your service, complete with the recently added COG soldier Batista. Batista? Is that the same one? Gears 5 is available now on PC and Xbox One. Batista? Wait. The Batista bomb is the most incredible Gears 5. Okay, it is Dave Batista from WWE, and he was what's-his-face in Marvel Universe. Fuck, what the hell is the name of his character in Guardians of the Galaxy? Batista's character. Fuck. Chad, help me out here. Batista's character in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cracks or something?
Was it a G? Or
Drax.
Drax. There you go.
Hey, I was close.
You were close. Drax. There you go. Jeez. Blech. But that was like an absolute complete brain fart. I could tell you every other single character except for Drax. Blech. Anyway. So yeah. You got all that going for you. So you got Gears 5 to play this weekend, guys. If you haven't played Gears 5 yet, I'll give it a try. I've played all the, played Gears 1 through 4. All of them are really good games. I have nothing bad to say about Gears. The campaigns are always really good. The multiplayer is always really good. So if you haven't given it a try and you're interested, you have that to play this weekend. This is also something else that I looked up here, and
I'm going to shake my fist at you while you're doing this one, by the way.
Oh, why?
I might have wanted to cover this one on the Best of Steam, but that's okay. You're covering it.
Well, no, go ahead. Go. I would love to actually go over this and then let everybody see exactly what it looks like, because I don't know how I missed this game. Because it looks really good. Dragon Marked for Death is headed to PC later this month. It might be on my wish list already.
It is.
Inti Creates has announced that it will be bringing the mystical adventure Dragon Marked for Death to PC via Steam on April 21st, following on from its previous release on the Nintendo Switch. Dragon Marked for Death is an adventure platformer which tells the tale of a quartet of heroes, the last surviving members of the fabled Dragonblood clan, who was set out on a quest to rescue their oracle from the oppressive kingdom of Medius? Sure. Selecting from one of 4 classes, Empress, Witch, Warrior, or Shinobi, players will battle through enemy territory while completing a list of side quests to help out their kin. 4-player co-op allows you and friends to battle against the forces of evil together. As the fully customizable hero progresses through the game, they'll level up, acquiring new skills, abilities, and attacks, and prepping them for some of the intense and climactic battles that lie ahead. Do not let your clan's legacy evanescence into night, and go forth and reclaim the glory of the Dragonblood clan. In related news, the Dragon's Empress character will also be added to as playable DLC into Inti Creates' own Blaster Master 02, priced at $2. Empress will go live on April 21st. Dragon Mark for Death is now available on the Nintendo Switch and launches on PC on April 21st. Purchases made before May 4th will qualify for a bonus Striker Gear DLC pack.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
we're watching
let's move
the video
on.
Now while you
let's move on because you're going to do it for the best of Steam.
I've already taken it down, but my
god. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about it then. This game looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are watching this. This game looks amazing. And I do not know how I missed this game. I don't know. It looks so good. It looks so good. But, no. I don't think so. I don't think she's a Disgaea character.
Whoa. Oh my god, this looks so good, dude.
Right? Right. I don't see... No. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I don't think that she's part of that universe. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I do not know how this game managed to come out last year and we've missed it since then.
Priced at about $2. Oh my god!
For the DLC that's for the DLC for Blaster Master Zero.
Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, okay.
Well, if they release this game for $2, man.
I was gonna say, like, what?
Yeah, no. That's for the DLC for Blaster Master Zero.
Right.
I think they said something about it being $29.99 on Steam. I actually have it in my wish list. So, oh shit, it doesn't have a price yet. I'm pretty sure that they said that the full Dragon Mark for Death came in two separate packs. One that had Empress and Warrior, and the other one that had Witch and Shinobi. And this game is going to just have all 4 of it put all together, and they just make the price tag $29.99. I'm pretty sure. Damn. But by the look of this, man, this game looks so freaking amazing. And imagine it's 4 players.
Oh.
This game is going to be 4 players, guys. I'm throwing that out there for. This game is going to be 4 players.
Yeah, I would say some of us are going to want to play the crap out of this. My God.
Yeah. So, yeah. And it comes out April 21st, which is
day after
less than 2 weeks from now. So, be damn sure my ass is going to own this game the day it comes out. For sure. Because I'm going to get this game, I'm going to stream this game. Because it looks damn good. Damn good. Anyway, moving on. So the ESA at this point has completely abandoned the E3 2020. Back in March, the Entertainment Software Association announced that it was canceling this year's E3 event due to the ongoing COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Originally, there were murmurings that a digital, online-only E3 would be held instead. but it now appears that the ESA has decided against holding such event. Speaking with PC Gamer, a representative from the ESA said that while E3 itself would not be taking place, the group would be helping to advertise individual live streams held by developers and publishers in order to show off their upcoming games and hardware. Given the disruption brought on by COVID-19 pandemic, we will not be presenting online E3 2020 event in June, begins the statement. Instead, we'll be working with exhibitors to promote and showcase individual company announcements, including an E3expo.com with the incoming months. We look forward to bringing our industry and community together in 2021 to present a regimented E3 that will highlight new offerings and thrill our audiences. Several companies have already announced their intention to hold their own online presentations, including Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital. Though no dates have been released for those broadcasts, it stands to reason that their own major players, such as Sony and Nintendo, will also schedule presentations on their own. Who called this? I'm pretty sure that there's a certain guy that said something about E3 could just make a website and just make it so that everybody could present on the website, and that E3 could just be like, oh, here's all the developers and here's all their streams and you can watch them all here. Who said something about that? I did. I called this weeks ago. I called this. You can go back on other podcasts and listen to it, because I said this exact thing was going to happen. It only makes sense to just have everybody with their own digital things all be streamed through one website, so that way everybody can have their time. Nobody goes on top of anybody else. So like if Sony and if Microsoft and Nintendo want to talk about their things, they don't overlap on each other. So like if I'm interested in the Microsoft one, I can't be watching the Nintendo one at the same time. This just makes sense. I called this. E3, you're not that smart. Your boy came up with it weeks ago, and your boy ain't that smart. I'm just telling you that right now. I came up with this weeks ago. What the hell took you so long? I mean, goddamn. Anyway, so yeah, what I said was gonna happen is now gonna happen. E3 is also expected to return in June of 2021 with a new reimagined event, which again is something else that I said that they should be doing from the beginning, because E3 has lost everything that it's ever was supposed to be from the beginning and needs to just stop what it's doing and redo itself. Oh look, E3 is expected with a new reimagined event. It's like they listen to us, Stefan.
They always do.
It's like they listen to us and actually take our advice.
Hey, Nintendo, you should be using your 3DS as a controller. Hey, let's make a Switch.
Right. Anyway, moving along. The Resident Evil 3 board game begins crowdfunding later this month. Steamforge Games has announced that its intention to produce a board game based on Capcom's zombie popping classic Resident Evil 3. The new tabletop title will begin crowdfunding on Kickstarter on April 28, 2020. Resident Evil 3, the board game, has been designed by admitted superfan Sherwin Matthews, who was previously responsible for Steamforge's last tabletop Resi adaptation, Resident Evil 2, the board game. The new game is expected to play similar to its predecessor and allows 1 to 4 players to take up the roles of famous characters such as Jill Valentine, Carlos Oliveira, and as they frantically battle their way through the T-virus-addled Raccoon City. Resident Evil 3 will be playable as a series of short one-shot scenarios and will also feature a full 19-plus hour campaign mode, complete with Umbrella storyline.
Never get wet.
No pun intended. Don't forget to keep an eye out for this unstoppable nemesis who has been dispatched to throw a spanner, or more accurately, a giant fist, into the works. Sign up for the more details on the Resident Evil 3 the board game over at their official Kickstarter. I'm only including this because I have played the Resident Evil 2 board game. And it's really good. The Resident Evil 2 board game was very good. And I will say, out of all of like the video game adapted board games, Resident Evil 2 is on a tier of its own. Because it's that good. It was super good. And right? Tell me about it. I'm excited for this because apparently the same guy who made Resident Evil 3 board game or the 2 board game is making this one, and it's going to be in like the same line. I'm super excited for this. I want this because Resident Evil 2 board game was really good. It was super good. And look, you get the Jill Valentine's little statue thingy. You get this little Jill Valentine. I'm super happy for this.
Boobies.
Look at the board, the exclusive box art, and the Kickstarter exclusive little Jill Valentine thingy. I like it. I mean, I don't know how much different that's going to be from. It's just a Kickstarter edition on the front of it, but whatever. But I actually am super excited for this because, like I said, the Resident Evil 2 board game was really, really, really good. We played it at our local game store a bunch of times because it's, a friend of mine has it like, hey, let's play Resident Evil board game. I'm like, this is going to be stupid. And like by the end of our 4th game, I'm like, what do you mean we're closing? What do you mean we've been playing for 6 hours? What are you talking about? But yeah, I'll
working.
Yeah, right. But yeah. So their Kickstarter starts on April 28th. So that is 3 Thursdays from now. So 28th is Tuesdays. But I can count. That's 19 days, not 21. So maybe we'll have to pop over to that Kickstarter in 3 weeks. Maybe we'll take a look, see how it's doing. I've touched on this before, but I'm going to touch on it again. Riot card game Legend of Runeterra is out officially April 30th. Legend of Runeterra is gunning for a new popular card game's thrones, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. That's the editor's point of view, by the way. Riot Games has really opened up their portfolio last year, delving into auto chess genre, shooters, and even card games. Runeterra is the latest feather in Riot's cap, and it's poised to fully release very soon after a lengthy open beta period. How soon? Like April 30th soon, according to the new below cinematic trailer. Available, while Runeterra was touted on PC as the main beta platform, it also arriving on mobile devices on the same date, which should help it immediately get a leg up on Magic Arena, which is still working on its mobile ports. Runeterra has a strong foundation and a lot of money behind it and a very recognizable IP, League of Legends. It stands to reason that it could be the biggest new project in Riot's stable. Runeterra beta is still open if you don't want to wait. If you're curious, you can read their impressions of the game there. Alright, so I gave Legends of Runeterra like a month, and I played it a lot over that first month of their open beta. And I like it, and I dislike it. Alright, so for those of you who are card gamers like myself and want to hear about what I have to say about this, I like it because it's unique. I like it. Well, I can't say it's unique. There are unique features to it. The way that you play cards is kinda Hearthstone-esque, but at the same time, you have like the spell mana, which is a little bit different. So that makes it a little bit different than Hearthstone. Sorry. The way combat is done is a little bit different, to where like combat happens from left to right, where it's not just, you can randomly go and click and stuff. You have to purposefully and, thoughtfully set up your combat, because you might have champions that might level up before combat's even finished, because it's like if you have somebody like I don't know, Draven, who requires you to be at a certain amount of health or something like that, You know, maybe like if you're defending, you may want to put him at the end of a defend because you may be at more than 10 health before it gets to his attack, but you may be at less when it gets to his turn. So there are very intricate strategies when it comes to combat for the game. Now my problem is with Runeterra is that the meta is very stale. It's extremely stale. And the problem with that is that there are a lot of League of Legends champions in there. And I would love to play with my League of Legends main Jinx, except she sucks. She's terrible. She doesn't do anything. I want to play with Ezreal, except Ezreal sucks. Maybe they've changed him a little bit since the last time I played, but the last time I played, Ezreal was bad. You know, the problem is that there are some champions that are just leagues, no pun intended, above the rest of them. Like Zed and Elise and Draven and Braum, who are all just way better than everybody else. You know, Garen to a certain point. But it's like, I want to play with Jinx, but she's just bad. I want to play with like fuck, and I can't remember his name. But anyway, maybe I want to try to experiment with Teemo, but Teemo is like, ugh. You have to play a deck around playing him, and then you have no way of defending yourself against the higher tier decks that are just going to rush you down before you ever get to play.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
I played the cinematic launch trailer that they had here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play League of Legends. If they made that into a movie or some type of like cinematic anime kind of show, I would watch the shit out of that. Once that started playing, I got so enthralled by what was going on there. I was disappointed when they just all got sucked up and turned into the friggin' name of the game. I'm like, wait, what? No! I'm like, go back to the cinematic. Keep going.
The thing about Runeterra is that there is more than enough for them to have done tons and tons and tons of shit with it. It used to be a lore-based game. Until the tryhards were like, listen, Riot, we don't give a fuck about lore. Just give us our new characters, we're gonna give you our money, pump out more fucking characters, and fuck the lore.
Nah, you give me that lore in a fucking, like, a show, I will watch that show. I guarantee you that right now. That was fucking great just then.
And the problem is that Riot kind of caved to it. Where there used to be like a weekly newsletter based around the lore of the game, and there used to be like interviews with the characters and shit like that, and like every single character had like this awesome smoothed out backstory and all that shit, and it's just not a thing anymore. And it's kind of what made me become completely disinterested with League of Legends, is that every new character for me had some cool concept behind it, and there was going to be some sort of story arc to it. And like, yes, you're still playing a MOBA where the story doesn't really fucking matter, but it's like that can honestly be said about Zelda. It's like, yes, there are just buckets and buckets of lore to be found out there. Don't get me wrong, because Zelda has an absolutely just diversive lore to it, but when you get down to it, it's about the combat. It's about you going against monsters, and the lore around those monsters just don't fucking matter. They just don't. And at the end of it, it's a battle between you and Ganon. And yeah, the lore may have built what Ganon's into, but when you're in that fight, what does it matter? It doesn't. So, please don't misunderstand me when I'm saying things like this. I'm trying to put like games like League of Legends and The Legend of Zelda sort of in the same bag for when it says you have this rich, huge world when it comes to all the things that your characters have to build on, and the tryhards just don't care. And the problem is that the tryhards usually have a super huge voice in this sort of stuff. And that's why it's like League of Legends became such like a dull thing for me, because it was like, oh, it's a new character. How much are they charging for it? Oh, $30? What a fucking surprise. Oh, how many people have just bought this character? 100,000? Oh, cool. You know, Riot just made fucking $30 million on a new freaking character. Don't check my math on that. I'm just fucking around. But, you know, for them, it's like, oh, here's a new champion every single month, and cool. It's more powerful than the last one. So now you got to buy this one, and who cares about where they came from? They just look cool. But I've completely fucking digressed from the what we were talking about to begin with. Legends of Runeterra is a cool game. I will go back to it when there is more to it. My problem is that Legend of Runeterra has a huge, diverse pool of champions they can take from. And the thing is that Legend of Runeterra takes from the lore of the game and allows you to play with characters in that lore. Cool. The problem is that the meta of the game is too unbalanced, and certain things are required for you to be competitive. And they don't allow you to be creative to be competitive. It's the same problem that many other card games have. It's like, right now, they're new. And I get that. It's new, and this is the first group of stuff, and some things are just plain going to be better than everybody else. And I'm just as guilty for building Elena Draven or Elise Draven as anybody else is. And I played the stupid Spider Rush deck. But that gets so boring after a while. I want to be diverse. I want to play something new every once in a while. I don't want to play against Braum or Tryndamere every single fucking game. You know, I don't want to do that stuff. I don't want to play against, you know, Zed Aurelia or whatever that stuff is. But anyway, it's a cool game, and if you're okay with a dense meta, I would suggest trying it. Because I don't think it's a bad game. I just think I personally need more to it to pique my interest again. Anyway, moving on to the last article SDK has for tonight. Now that I gushed about a card game again, I apologize. So we have some updates for Streets of Rage 4. I'm going to read you an update to the article first, so that you guys can disregard some of the things that might be said in the article. The original article listing has now appeared on Nintendo.co.uk. In addition, Lizardcube has issued a tweet that confirms the existence of unlockable classic characters in its original soundtracks. The returning heroes, such as Max, Skate, and Dr. Zan, are playable in their old-school 16-bit forms, and a price tag of $24.99 USD confirmed. This tweet does not, however, confirm that the previously reported April 23rd release date, and only suggests that Streets of Rage 4 is coming soon. So, the article was listing on Australian Nintendo eShop has suggested that the incoming brawler Streets of Rage 4 will be hitting storefronts on April 23rd, or roughly $25. $25 is correct. The release date is not correct. The release date is coming soon. The listing includes features such as 12 unique stages and the ability to unlock and play as classic characters such as Streets of Rage 2, Max, and Skate, and the option to switch out the new OST with the music from the original Streets of Rage games. Considering the heartfelt nostalgia demonstrated by the visual designer Lizardcube in Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, these great sounding features are more than believable. Of course, none of this has been confirmed by Streets of Rage 4 publisher Dotemu, and as such would be taken with a pinch of salt. We will, of course, keep you updated and should any official word be forthcoming, which we have already talked about there. So 12 stages, I think that for a beat-em-up, I think 12 stages is actually pretty decent. I don't think it's too long or it's too short. You get to play as classic characters like Max, Skate, and Dr. Zan, which I think is also pretty cool. And the fact that you can switch out the new OST with the OG Streets of Rage music, if I have to. Oh no, I guess I gotta do it. Don't have a choice. Never had a choice. Oh no. But they're talking about like Lizard Cube having also been in the hands of the Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap. I actually got to see a little of that played last weekend. I don't remember whose stream I was on, but I actually got to see that, and it looked pretty good. How they were like switching between like the old and the new stuff. It was pretty nice. So I'm really hoping that Streets of Rage 4 gets that same sort of look to it, as like compared to like Wonder Boy, the Dragon's the Dragon's Trap had between its new look and its a 16-bit look. Because if it is that way, Streets of Rage 4 is gonna be pretty good. Especially with the ability to play the old OST. Oh no.
The composer for Streets of Rage used to be a DJ at clubs and stuff back in the day as well, so...
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The old
Those
OSTs.
were some good soundtracks.
Yes, they were. The old OSTs for Streets of Rage, guys, were, they're bueno. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They were beat 'em up masterpieces. Up there with like the Double Dragon music. Good stuff. I like it. I can't do that. Never mind. But anyway, that's all SDK's got for this week for you guys. So as usual, at this point in time, I will pass the torch over to my co-host, Stefan, the Old World Gamer.
Oh boy, it's my turn. All right, well.
It is your turn. And I believe, if I'm not to be mistaken, this is the point of the show. This is the new point of the show, everybody. The new point. We're going to have to bring something out. Because I don't know if any of you remember anything about talking about like favorite portions of the podcast. This should be the new one for all of you. This should be the new favorite portion of the podcast. For you, for me, for anybody listening, for dogs across the world, for parrots who are sitting in their cages, all that sort of good stuff. It's the best of Steam. I'll have segues coming soon, don't worry.
Oh, it's fine. Take your time. It's okay. Alright, Scott, first we're starting out. New game called Neon Abyss. Does not have a release date other than 2020. Neon Abyss. Oh, pause that music, though. Oh, good stuff. Neon Abyss is a frantic roguelike action platformer where run and gun your way into the abyss, featuring unlimited items, synergies, and a unique dungeon evolution system. Each run diversifies the experience, and every choice alters the rule set. So we're gonna watch the trailer. Oh my god, that is loud.
It is very loud.
Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe I should watch it on the smaller screen. Yeah, here we go. I'm probably gonna get hit for a copyright strike for this soundtrack, guaranteed. It looks so bright. Oh, it's all. Oh.
Yeah. Damn. It kind of makes me feel like it's like a 2D Enter the Gungeon sort of.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing because Enter the Gungeon's a pretty fun game.
Yeah. No, it was nice that it was a platformer as opposed to Top View, because I've seen quite a few like Top View run and gun games recently. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to see almost like I said, a platforming run and gun.
Something refreshing.
Indeed. So it's not out yet. It's planned to release this year at some point, but you can download the demo now. And by the way, guess who publishes it? Team 17. Oh, you knows you're gonna have something good if Team 17's behind it. So, all right, you ready for another one, Scotty?
Yes, sir.
All right, next one. Oh, Scott. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder, Gestalt.
Yep.
All right. Inspired by 16 and 32-bit classics, Gestalt, Steam and Cinder fuses tight 2D platforming and exhilarating combat with an engrossing, twist-laden narrative in a stunningly handcrafted steampunk world.
Oh, dear.
Also slotted for 2020. I did not make that last game. I gotta go back and get that in a second. My ears died. Love the music, though. Alright, I'm adding this into my wish list. And where is there no trailer?
Ooh.
Oh, there's no trailer
There
for
is
it?
not, but it looks...
Very yum.
Ooh. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Alright, what was that last one we were just looking at? Neon Abyss.
Neon Abyss, yes.
Yeah, I want to make sure I hit that one up on my wish list as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so, sorry, but there wasn't really much more we can say about Gestalt other than it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
If we go down below here, we got a little, like, GIF kind of thing video of some gameplay. Oh! I mean, it's not much, but it's enough to make me feel good.
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, she looks cool.
Right? Her hair and, like, trench coat just, like, flowing.
Hell yeah.
And that death for that robot is pretty crazy looking, too.
Yeah, it does.
How it just melts itself. What the fuck? Alright, anyways, yeah.
Oof.
We got a lot of stuff to cover, so moving on. Rogue Heroes, Ruins of Tasos.
Yep.
Alright, Rogue Heroes is a 4-player action RPG with rogue-like elements, combining procedural dungeons and an expansive overworld full of secrets. Take down the various dungeons, build up your village, or just fish, farm, and swim around Tasos. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. Well, no, it sounds fantastic, actually, but terrible, because I can see me and Steve just fishing for, like, days and weeks on end. Just, we'll get to the dungeon sometime. But we can fish still. And, again, publisher, Team 17. Oh, boy. Adding to my wish list. I know you guys have a trailer there, so let's watch. Oh. Oh! Oh, there's the farming part. Look at that. Oh, you can swim around too. Does that get your health back and stuff? More endurance? Upgrading stuff? Oh my god! No! It's like so many things that I like. Plus I can do it with a bunch of people. That sounds wrong.
You already had a hook shot.
Damn straight. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Oh, this looks fun.
You know, this kind of makes me like feel like this is going to be like a Stardew Valley meets Four Sword Adventures.
Right.
And that's two games put together. Ooh boy. Oh god. That was a huge boy. That boy was thick. Yep. That goes on.
That's your death sentence, Steve. What the fuck?
Yep. Yep, that goes on the wish list. Thank you. I'm gonna be sitting there at the dungeon and be like, yo guys, let's go to the dungeon. You'll be like, but I got farming to do. I got fishing to do. God damn it.
Yeah, oh my god. That looks way too good.
Yeah, it does. It looks amazing, to be honest with you.
Alright, our next game. I feel like we might have looked at this before, but we're going to look at it again. So, it's called Himno, the Silent Melody. It's not on my wish list, but it is now. It's coming out at the end of the second quarter of 2020. Himno, the Song Melody, is a standalone roguelike combat expansion of the peaceful game Himno, Jesus. Enter a strange and unexplored world full of strange machines, beautiful procedural generated maps, and surprises. Craft powerful gear, find other explorers, and save this old world. Me?
I don't think I've seen this before, but this looks pretty cool.
And there is no video for this one either.
No, there's not.
Dime.
I like the atmosphere to it, though.
Yeah,
cool.
And again, they're using that like super bright. They're using the super bright like colors and lighting that they do in a lot of the pixel games and stuff now. That looks just awesome. I'm also getting food delivered to me. My apologies.
Hey.
Thank you. So I've added it to my wish list. I don't think that there's... oh, we got a little bit of gameplay here.
Oh, do we?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. All right. I like how look at the water reflection. Now.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Sweet.
There's so much
Hell,
to
yeah.
and like how nice and bright those like the lighting in the background and stuff, but it's not overpowering to like overdo it to the rest of the environment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's vibrant, but not overdoing it.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it doesn't give off too much of the dungeon, but it's like enough to so you can see the things that you're supposed to be seeing.
Yep.
Which is super cool.
Yeah,
I definitely
it's very atmospheric in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Pretty neat.
Oh, Scott, our next game is called Jetlancer. Scott's going to want this one. It's coming out the 12th of May, 2020. Jetlancer is a high-velocity aerial combat shooter where you duel enemy aviators, hunt giant robots, and defy death at supersonic speeds as you evolve from an unknown rookie aviator into a once-in-a-generation ace pilot. There better be. Yeah, okay, here we go. Now, I've seen this trailer. I'll be right back. I need to grab another drink.
Huh. Holy shit.
Right?
God fucking damn, that's fast.
But it looks like you can take a lot more damage, too, but...
Yeah.
You can also get away a lot as well, it seems. It looks crazy.
Yeah, it does.
It reminds me kind of Luftrausers. That I don't know if you know that game. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Damn.
But there was I thought I seen some video of a part where it almost looked like you were doing some, was it Space Harrier kind of things, where it was like a front-on view?
Yeah.
So I was kind of interested in seeing if that was there as well, because...
That's what I kind of look like it, where they have like the loadout thing going over there. That's why I was thinking it was going to be like Space Harrier, but it's definitely not.
No. Wait, what's this? Why are you in the water in a hovercraft? Huh. Maybe there's just like some map things you do or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, oh,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like.
Yeah, no, that's pretty odd. Yeah, I like the looks of this. And again, I'm not a huge shoot 'em up player, but I'd give it a go, goddamn. All right, again, no price on this one yet, but it is coming out on the 12th of May, so something to look forward to right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our next game is called Karma City Police. It comes out tomorrow. Oh, so be the new dispatcher at the Karma City Police Station. With pixel art graphics, this adventure has a captivating story, minigames, lots of humor, and a great soundtrack.
Okay.
Trailer.
They need you. What?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. Isn't that fun?
That's different.
Yeah. It's kind of like Pinball Quest.
Yeah.
In that respect.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
I wonder if that was food.
Wow, Pinball Quest, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only person on this planet who knows about Pinball Quest, man.
Honestly, I'm afraid of when that... Well, actually, I shouldn't say I'm afraid. I'm looking forward to doing the game because I've never been able to get far in it. So when someone picks that for RetroQuest, I'm looking forward to like being able to at least finish the game once.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you let me... I'll definitely be on for that one because
Nice.
I finished the RPG version of Pinball Quest like a bunch of times because it's just a fun game. And it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, the regular pinball tables are regular pinball tables. It's whatever. That's just pinball. You're playing with it. But pinball, like the actual adventure mode of Pinball Quest is something totally different.
Now, see, the issue for me is that every time we get to about like the second world, more or less, about that time, every time the game would overheat, I don't know. It would literally just, that's, okay, time to reset. Every single time. I'm pretty sure I still have the same cartridge over there now, so it's worth trying again. Actually, I have an EverDrive now, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Still, anyways, getting back to this, Karma City Police, I like the thought that you actually walk around in an RPG style, and it's kind of like Sim style as well, because you're going around and being a police officer, but then when you're like, you know, oh, I'm after a suspect, pinball.
Yeah, that's definitely different.
Yeah, I really like the sounds of that. That's coming out tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting to see someone play that soon. Right. Oh my god, okay.
Uh-oh.
VirtuaVerse. Mr. Six, if you're still there, you might want to watch this one. VirtuaVerse is a cyberpunk point-and-click adventure set in a future not so far away, narrating tales of technomancers, AR graffiti writers, hacker groups, tribes of crypto shamans, digital archaeology, epic cyber wars, and virtual reality debauchery. This is also coming out on the 12th of May. Prepare to have your mind blown by the pixel art in this game, by the way. We might have seen this once before, and I don't even care, because I love the look of this game. It's fantastic. Does. Okay, breaking the fourth wall. So, in 4 weeks, this game is going to be available to us. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I love it. Like,
cool.
There's 3 trailers there, and I've watched them all. Oh my god. Everything about, like, we're watching, I got the second one on autoplay there, but... oh, it's so good. It's just, the soundtrack is fantastic. The pixel art is good. It looks like the story is going to be good. And for a point and click as well, it looks phenomenal, honestly. Alright, sorry, I could draw over this all day, but moving on. We have another interesting new game called Everhood. No price. There is a demo. It's coming out Q4 2020. Expect the unexpected. Oh, you're going to like this one. It's a rhythm game, Scott.
Ooh.
Expect the unexpected and an ineffable tale of the inexpressible world of Everhood. amusing rhythmic battles, and with a promise to fulfill all your dreams. To simply put it, you are in for a ride.
Neat.
So, let's watch. Geordie LaForge. I hope you're listening to the sound of this as well. Dude, I don't play many rhythm games really, but I would play this. This looks so good. Right?
Okay. Interesting. (2020) fourth quarter. Free demo in the description, eh?
Yeah, there is a free demo down there to play. Oh boy.
Might have to.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Geordie.
Not bad. I like that. And the music was... Okay, weird things.
Yeah. That little spooky thing there, you know. Now you guys had to go and spook Scott. What the fuck?
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, it's a horror game. Fuck it. Never mind.
No, that actually looked really cool for a rhythm game,
it did.
dude. Like jumping over the stuff coming out, and then being able to attack back and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
pretty neat.
Also, was I dumb?
Depends.
I gotta go back to yeah. I didn't add it to my wish list. VirtuaVerse. Okay, just making sure. All right, our last game here on the Best of Steam is called Treachery in Beatdown City. Fight your way through dozens of ridiculous enemies using an innovative hybrid turn-based real-time beat-em-up system that lets you fight how you want. This came out on the 31st of March, so a little over a week ago.
I passed over an article on this, so...
Yeah. I had an article as well, but I'd already found it on Steam, so...
Yeah, alright.
But yeah, anyways, so let's go and watch the trailer. Turn the volume up, almost did it. Tricksters.
Yeah. They call me when ninja people attack the street. My president's black and y'all gon' give him back to me. I spend half the week training and doing tournaments. I spar with gangbangers with janky shuriken. Yeah, it's too late now if you got a chances, bro. Yo,
I'm actually loving
gotta
this.
hail an ambulance to go. This ain't no slap boxing, we don't pretend to scuffle. I make the whole rule book and still will win the couple. I fight like
The
big
Jake Snake
companies
Robert?
over business struggles. Or anime heroes doing they friends in trouble. It ain't gotta be noble, I fight for stupid reasons. I find a reason to fight against any human breathing. If I'm on your block, you need
Was she
to
just
tell
running
me
and you go and attack her for no reason? Oh shit.
My eyes open, don't provoke when I'm side scrolling. Street sweeper, peacekeeper, 2 cellulars, 3 beepers. You dignified with a simple
Yeah,
mind.
the song sold you, Game Hunter, don't lie.
Laptop and on end design so they don't watch what they gentrify. Yeah, beat down.
The song's selling me right now. This is awesome right now. You're gonna whoop your ass. I love that they put the trouble into doing this song. That's what makes this all together. That's awesome.
And wish list.
Right?
Yep. Because honestly, it kind of gives me like the sort of like. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That was that cool, refreshing taste of things, you know. But anyway, it's kind of like it's a beat 'em up and an RPG at the same time. And I don't know about you, but putting those two things together sounds really attractive to me. Mm-hmm. Not gonna lie.
River
and
City
kind of
Mermaid.
like that guy
River
looks
City?
like a weird you Jake the Snake Roberts. So you know, you're completely right on that. But yeah, like holy crap, that looks awesome.
So the game is out. It is Canadian $22.79. I would assume that's $19.99 American.
Sure is.
So yeah, that's not bad. It looks like it's good. And like I said, that song sold it for sure. That
Oh
was
yes,
so
it
good.
did. Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to be moving into a few brief articles from Indie Retro News, starting with Tokimal, an inspiration to Toki, coming to the ZX Spectrum. We all know what Toki is. It's that weird monkey game, right? Where you spit and everything. So let's watch the trailer. ZX Spectrum, Toki, all right. Wait, Canal Homebrew. Wait, what are you talking about?
What?
Okay.
Is that Saberman?
Is it Saberman?
It's not. Oh my god! What happened to Saberman?
It's El Spectrumero. Okay, so somebody else
no.
is playing. That's cool. Saberman doesn't cover everything. He covers most things. He could be busy too.
That's true.
All right. So let's get to the game here. Now the only thing that's a little bit strange is how you are translucent, meaning that you take on the color of the background. Because in that green background, when they first showed them there, when I skipped ahead, you blend it in really well because you're trying to define all that grass. So then all of a sudden, all the lines from the grass interacted lines of your character, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, where am I? But other than that, this actually looks like fairly friggin' smooth for ZX Spectrum.
Yeah, it does.
I would play this for sure. This looks good. Let's
Bonky head.
see. Let's skip ahead here. Oh, Jesus. I skipped ahead and he's still on the same screen. So it's probably not an easy game. Well, the Toki games, as far as I remember, were not easy games to begin with anyways. Especially if you played like one of the early ones on like an arcade or something. Jesus. I was only passing the anal homebrew. Why? It could be delicious.
Like on the yellow background, he's like. It took me like a second because I just so that you know.
Yeah, like if you
it's really hard to tell where he was.
If you walked away and then you looked at the screen, you'd probably be like, "Wait, where am I here?"
Yeah, that. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways. Other than that, like other than a few like things where because the limitations of the ZX Spectrum, you can't define just a specific color for your character.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. All right, our next one is Ninja Commando 2, a new Android and Windows platformer from Cytique with retro inspirations. So, Cytique is no stranger to indie retro news, creating great retro-inspired games such as Ryan McClane and Jetpack Jacks, all looking like modern ZX Spectrum release. Well, fast forward to this month, and thanks to the same developer giving us the heads up, we've been told by Cytique that they have released the next ZX Spectrum inspirational lineup as Ninja Commando 2, non-official sequel to the classic Ninja Commando that was originally released in 1989 by Zeppelin Games.
All right.
Oh, here we go. We got a little short video here. This is ZX Spectrum?
Really?
This is fast.
Is it ZX Spectrum?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no. Jesus, we already said it the first. It looks like ZX Spectrum. It's for Android and PC, Windows.
Okay.
I forgot that we said that at the very start. Oh, my God. That was a bit of it's because we were reading about the ZX Spectrum release thing that it immediately made me just think that it was for ZX Spectrum. Because I was like, wow, if this is for ZX Spectrum, like, Buzz, show that guy doing Toki how to do this, because if they do that, that'd be perfect. Like, seriously, that's the only, qualm I have with that Toki game. Other than that, it looked like it was actually really fun. This looks excellent. Again, I love these kind of games just because the palettes themselves are just so good.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully some people go out and check out Cytek's game. We'll give it a try. It looks like it's very flowing. Looks like it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little platform, and maybe you can be the first person to speedrun and get the world record for 5 seconds. Ooh, another one for Scott. We took a look at this game before, I'm pretty sure. It's called Boss Machine, an upcoming Amiga shoot 'em up. So we're gonna have a quick. It's a lava test. So let's have a watch here, shall we? Oh shit, this is fast. Holy crap, that's fast.
Yeah, it is. That's nice. Damn. Background looks smooth.
Like butter. Oh. Is this one where they have the...
Collision
oh no, maybe
off.
the shields are protecting them, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it looks like collision's off. But yeah, I mean, just the backgrounds alone just looks so nice.
Yeah. It's very fast moving too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but it's not so fast that it overwhelms you, so
No.
that's pretty good. I like it. What's this on for, or what is this out on?
Amiga.
Amiga. No bad.
Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah, this is in development by Daniel Stevens, Kevin Saunders, and Lee Smith. And we did look at some earlier teaser videos too, where they had the collision turned off. But this looks great. Look at this boss fight too. This looks kind of I like this. This is cool. Bigger bosses. Jesus.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh God, yeah. I was gonna say those little drones that are coming out are like being super hardcore with the the bullet hellness. Jesus. All right. So, that looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Team behind the game are aiming for a Thunder Force 4 style shooter as seen on the Mega Drive Genesis. Whew. Just able to push the Amiga's limits using vertical scroll with lots of horizontal screen. Yeah, they are pushing the limits, and that looked so good, though.
Yes,
Jesus.
it did. Very impressed.
All right, well, next up is a real ZX Spectrum game, Jungle Queen. It's a Jungle King inspiration release. Oh. So this is Gabriel Amours. Oh, I'm so sorry for all the ears out there. My bad. Yeah. This was just released last weekend. It's known as Jungle Hunt. It was released in 1982 by Taito. Same year as Moon Patrol. Get to the gameplay, please. Oh God. Oh God. What? Okay, you're... Oh, I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. When you fall, it looked hilarious, though. I'm not... Oh!
Right.
Ah! Steve, you already told me that you got your ears removed, so don't even tell me.
I remember this was like an old PC game. Like,
I think it was on Atari as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe, yeah. And there were multiple levels and...
Yeah.
Like one of them had you like dodging boulders and going uphill or something like that.
I believe so, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've played it as well, so I don't keep up with the Atari games as much, unfortunately. Oh god.
Do they have the getting farther than this level, or?
Let's see.
I want to see if they have something along those lines. Oh, there was an underwater level too. Right.
Oh yeah, I totally remember this.
Yeah.
I think you're right though. I think there are boulders that you have to like.
You're like running up a hill and you have to like jump over.
And I think there's also a straight one where you run and jump over stuff like pits or something like that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. Good fun. Oh, here we go. Another Amiga game. Lala Prologue, a charming platformer coming to the Amiga. Alright, we're going to watch this. It's a work in progress, so... Coded by Magikirik, music by Uktumi.
Yep, that is... I just... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but
no.
I just happened to look it up, and it's exactly what we're thinking.
Okay. Graphics by Nathan, I guess, _un. Oh, an original graphics and game concept by the Mojin twins. Okay. All the Prologue, originally created for the RGCD's C64 16 kilobit cartridge game dev Compo 2019, released previously for the C64, C+4, and VIC-20. Looks like a fabulous game for every Commodore Amiga owner across the land. It doesn't just have well-themed levels, but creepy enemies, deadly spikes, moving platforms, and the need to collect potions and keys spread throughout the game. So it's a platformer, okay. That's interesting. Well, that's it for our Indie Retro News this week. Next we have something that you're going to be interested in, Scott.
Oh, yeah?
It's an update from Miss Sarah Jane Avery. Ooh, baby!
Oh, baby!
So, just to let everyone know, there is going to be a dedication with this game as well. Her father recently passed away, so our condolences go out to Sarah and her family. But yeah, her game Soul Force, which has come for the C64, it looks amazing. So well, let's have a look at the new progress. Penetrate their defenses, destroy the base. Don't tell me to penetrate. Ah! No! So it literally was a stage mission briefing. It was just getting in the game, but I'm like, yes!
Oh, okay.
No, she's been having regular updates for Soul Force recently, and it's been great. It looks like it's going to be a really, really good game. And I think we're all looking forward to it. So,
yes, sir.
As soon as that releases, I think we're going to be downloading some, getting some Commodore 64s. We wouldn't get emulators, no. C64s are so easy to come by right now.
Yeah.
Alright, so I do have 3 trailers that we're going to watch from, I found them on YouTube, for the games that I think I found them on Twitter, all of them, if I'm not mistaken, so. First one is, this is a weird game called Dinosaur Fossil Hunter.
Okay.
I like the part where you're in an SUV going over this bridge. This is what I stopped and was like, wait, what? And then, of course, chopping down trees and stuff. Look, you got yourself a chainsaw. Find yourself. Oh, you're scanning different. Oh, T-Rex, dude. Ooh. So this looked kind of interesting to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a nerd. Oh shit. Whoa. You put together the stuff that you find? That's pretty cool.
Oh shit. I made a dinosaur.
So that looks interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing to wishlist there, though, unfortunately. God. Anyways, we're gonna keep going through these games because, like I said, there is a lot. So next we have a game called CloudPunk coming out for PS4. Or is it already out? Or I'm not sure. This looks really good as well, Mr. Scott.
Look up at the sky and wonder. Now I can't see the sky anymore. I drive between the skyscrapers. Curious neon giants.
Reminds me of
stretch out
like
to infinity.
nighttime in like
My shift
Star
has
Wars
just
planets.
begun, and
Right.
this will be a long night.
Also gives me like a weird Fifth Element feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never-ending billboards.
Yes,
They cast us
very much like Fifth Element.
guide me
Yeah.
through the night.
Oh,
What
okay.
makes this city
Multi-pass.
isn't in the streets. It isn't.
I love the way this looks too, by the way.
It's the people.
Yeah,
that live
right?
here.
This does look pretty cool.
And
Very
Yeah.
atmospheric.
That at the core of this place,
It might be voxel, but if it is, they're using it in a way that makes it look pixely, and
Right?
I love this
This is
pixel
where I
look.
live.
Oh, look at them vibrant
rain.
colors again, lights. Jesus
among the
Christ.
clouds.
So good.
So that's CloudPunk.
Nice. I like it. I like that way the way that looks.
Yeah, here we go.
Definitely
When we
that's
see the
right.
end here, you can see that it is indeed voxel, but they're using it in a way so that it looks like it's a pixel-like game. Which,
Wow.
again, I'm fine with that because that's what it looked like to me. So I'm
Right?
cool with that.
That's pretty impressive if that's voxel.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right, and the last little trailer I have here for us is called Mortal Shell.
Indifferent.
Just reset.
Untouched by false truths. Will you pry these gifts from the unwilling? Or will you let them rot?
Looks like a Dark Souls type game.
Right?
Bring the glands back to me.
Whoa. Jesus, alright. Somebody's serious.
Right? Get fucking eaten, boy. Jeez. Oh, hell no. To the no, no, no.
Without purpose.
What? Whoa, dude. Huh.
Shit.
Right?
That guy was just like, hey, we fighting on a bridge. You know what the best part of the bridge is? Bam! Get the fuck off my bridge!
Yeah, really though. Holy shit.
That was pretty cool.
PC, PlayStation, Xbox One. So that's wow. That was very Souls-like, but like in its own completely different thing altogether.
Right?
Because it looks like you're almost possessing, like, I don't know, I don't want to say armor, but like possibly dead heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looked like at one point one of the skills was basically just like, yeah, I'm going to leave this dude here and I'm going to jump out and kick you in the face and then jump back into his body again. It's like, what? I'm cool with that. Jesus. Yeah. So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of good stuff, our next few articles are coming from Destructoid, and they are good ones, everyone.
Oh, boy.
The first one, Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Banana trees in the 1.5 update. Stardew Valley Ericer. Oh my god. Stardew Valley creator Eric Barone is letting fans influence the direction of update 1.5. A tiny part of it, anyway. The game designer recently held a Twitter poll asking fans if they'd rather have an avocado, banana, mango, or passion fruit tree in the next update. Stardew players went bananas.
Huh.
Not much to go on, I know, but he did have a little more to say about his design philosophy. In response to a coding question from a self-described novice programmer who wants to get better, Barone said, once you've coded the framework for items and crops, most of the work to add new ones is drawing the art and putting in the data, price, etc. However, in order for new content to be fun, it usually has to be part of a meaningful, bigger picture. That's where the real work is. I didn't hear about the poll until now, but I would have voted for bananas too. They're great on their own. They're great in smoothies. They make bread even better. Really, there's nothing bananas can't do. I'm so glad I have Animal Crossing to absorb my pent-up energy right now. Everyone's playing it. My progress has been slow going enough that by the time I need a break from the game, I'm hoping Stardew Valley 1.5 will be ready. That said, no rush. These are games I intend to stick with for years to come. They're keepers. Indeed they are. Look at that badass farm. Shit. Someone likes your cobblestone walkways. Damn. I got wrecked into a wall. Oh, that's from that last.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once that update comes out, there's going to be even more info for that. And I know me and Steve are going to be, Mr. Six there is going to be playing it with me. And we're going to be doing once a month for long streams for Stardew. So fun. Something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Next. Oh, God. All right. So if anyone remembers YouTube. Remember when I played Rogue Legacy and loved the shit out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a little look at Rogue Legacy 2. This has been out for a little while now, and we missed it. Oh, no, there's more. I know there's something else somewhere else. I know.
Oh, is that it?
That's all they show. I'm so mad right now. I'm like, no. Why would you tease me like that? I guess everyone.
I'm going to have to go back and finish. I never finished it.
You need to go back and play the other versions of the bosses, dude. Like Neo Kidder, and I don't think I've played the big slime dude in his other form yet, actually.
Are they like post-game stuff, or?
Yeah, you can get like special charms that basically turns Kidder into Neo Kidder. And then there's so they all have their own second form, where you're given, your character is given specific class and items and everything else, and you have to use that to defeat the boss, and it's much harder than the regular bosses, let me tell you. It took a while for me to get Neo Kidder.
But you're already hard enough in Rogue Legacy if you've not played it.
Oh, yeah. Rogue Legacy is a very good game, masterpiece. I love it. If you haven't played it, go do it.
Yeah, Rogue Legacy is one of those games that you have to be able to deal with failure.
Yeah. Because that's how you progress.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go and take your dude, kick everything's ass, and then you're gonna realize that that's not how Rogue Legacy works.
Mm-mm. At all.
It's just you have to die to progress.
Yeah.
And You're gonna die a lot.
It's an action platformer game where every time you enter the castle, there's a way to lock it down so it's always the same, but it costs money or you lose part of your... I can't remember what it is now, but for the most part, every time you go in, the castle's brand new. And there are 4 different sections, and each one has a boss, and then you unlock the very last boss to beat the game. But after you beat the game, eventually you die, and your legacy continues with your next, child, and then you actually can choose which character to have available there to you. I think it's 3 choices where you pick whichever your next character is going to be. You go on with that, and as you progress through the castle, you get different power-ups and stuff. It's so good. It's so good.
And then like each of the characters will have like specific classes. You have wizards or barbarians, and then like specific characters will have like character traits that have like things that are weird with them.
Yeah.
Like, some of the characters are colorblind. Some of the characters have inverted controls. Some of the characters have, like, weird amounts of mana that they spend for spells and crap like that.
Or they can, walk over spikes without tripping the traps.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do in the game, so... Oh, very much looking forward to Rogue Legacy 2. Again, it's going to be one of those games that when it comes out, I'm probably going to be playing it immediately and not stopping until I feel like I'm satisfied. So, fuck. What RetroQuest? Right. Up next, Chucklefish's magical school game, Witchbrook, has a new art style. It's now isometric.
Huh.
Alright, so today, Stardew Valley publisher Chucklefish lifted the lid on an art style overhaul for Witchbrook, its internally developed magical school simulation game. For the studio's art direction looks super similar to Stardew, which many fans were fine with. Now, it's taking a much different approach. As a quick refresher, the game is about a hopeful witch in training who's juggling their time between perfecting spells at magic school and keeping busy with farming/town sim extracurricular activities like fishing, growing magical crops, foraging strange mushrooms. And there's a pooch, too. For comparison, there is another article. You can see the old style. The new style is undeniably an upgrade, but at the same time, it'll take a while to adjust to, especially the camera angle. We don't have a release date for Witchbrook yet, or even platforms, but as they say there, I'm so in. And honestly, almost everything I've ever played by Chucklefish, as far as I know off the top of my head, has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. And this is not an exception whatsoever. This looks great.
Yes, it does. Looks like a lot of fun. and I'm perfectly okay with it being isometric.
Yeah, me too. It's a different type of view, and I'm cool with that.
Perfectly fine.
All right, and oh god, Ponpu fills the Bomberman void with explosive duck eggs. Well, let's just watch the trailer, shall we? I'm a Bomberman fan. If anyone out there doesn't realize, just figured I'd give you a heads up. So, oh. Right. Oh, they have like separate levels and stuff? Oh, okay. The character looks trippy, I'm not gonna lie. But I do like the art style so far. I'm not gonna lie about that either. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay. That's like Binding of Isaac style right there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Red-Eyed Duck did not look fucking impressed that Yellow-Eyed Duck was there. At all. He was all like, are you fucking serious right now? This is my game.
Look at this fucking game, dude. This game looks like it's fucking chaos and it looks awesome.
Yeah, because if you've ever played any of the I guess, newer Bomberman games where there's competitive, like, versus play, then yeah. Oh, look at Scott sporting that Bomberman there. Shit. Get me all excited. Stop, man. Oh, so yeah, that's coming out for, well, it's going to be on Steam, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One in June 2020. So just a couple of months away. And I'll probably want to be playing Ponpu.
Looks.
And I just like saying
definitely looked. Yeah, right. It definitely looked fun.
All right. Next few articles here are from... What the fuck? How did it skip ahead so much? Are from IndieGamesPlus.com. Alright, so we have this first game here called Hayfever, which uses explosive allergies to sneeze your way around. Oh boy, let's watch the trailer. Okay, I'm a little annoyed by that. Achoo! I will say I do like that the blimp that you're in makes farting sounds. That to me is fantastic. I am Canadian after all. We enjoy farts. Right? South Park taught you. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god! Oh god, now it's feeling very much like Celeste. Jesus. Alright. Also coming out for all platforms. That's Hayfever.
Interesting.
So, using your allergies. The sneezing stuff is a little...
Yeah.
I would probably end up muting the game unless there's like sound cues that I absolutely needed. Alright. Next up, Corpse Castle. Available on itch.io. This... fucking picture there. It looks like a baby with a huge eyeball. I don't know what's... Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how I feel.
Some of the games that you get from itch.io, there's probably a reason why they're there. But, I mean, again, it looks very interesting. Corpse Castle's is a bit of a strange game, but killing a multitude of enemies to build up enough to get out of the pit that you're in, that's...
Yeah, right.
Anyways, that's it. We're done for articles. We only have Kickstarters left.
Alright.
And one of the Kickstarters, the last one we'll look at, actually, you know what? I'll actually move it up. The first one we'll look at is already completed. We were supposed to do it a couple of weeks ago. And like we said before, unfortunately, some stuff came up for both of us that we couldn't make it for those times. So, I still wanted to mention it here because it was first brought to my attention by White Hat. If you don't know him, he's an NES speedrunner, specifically plays a lot of homebrews, the Famicom, the stuff that a lot of people don't tend to play as often, which is great because he always plays a lot of fun, cool games that, like I said, a lot of people don't play. So then it's like, whoa, it feels like you're getting a new game, watching a brand new game, and sometimes at homebrews, they are brand new. So he showed us a little bit of Trophy, which is a new platformer for the NES, and it's also coming to Steam as well. So I got the trailer up here, and we have to watch it because, yeah, I think you're going to enjoy. Don't fucking... Looks... Oh. Just doing that with the Nintendo, that was enough to excite me. Oh! Oh my god, the music for this sounds so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Yeah, so this looks super legit. This looks really good. So if you missed the Kickstarter, there was physical releases for this and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so $10 will get you the NES ROM or Steam key. $50 gets you the cart-only translucent blue cartridge, plus a NES ROM or Steam key. $60 gets you a complete in box regular edition, which is the translucent blue standard box label, manual, dust sleeve, foam block, and another key or NES ROM.
For only $60? That's really good.
I know. Why do you think I'm upset? And they didn't have a ton of like extra awards or anything, but these are limited edition. US $100 or more, limited edition copy of the game. Translucent white cartridge. Hand illustrated box and label art by John Purnak. If I mispronounce your name, I do apologize. Manual dust sleeve, foam block, blueprint poster, numbered title screen. That's pretty cool.
That blue translucent cart looks so cool.
Numbered title screen, signed letter from the dev, 6502 collective sticker, NES ROM or Steam key. Yeah, dude, I'm upset that I didn't get a chance to get in on this. I'm just going to say, right? And translucent white or blue, both of them look fantastic. I'm not going to lie, I probably want both. But anyways, just because it would look nice in the collection, obviously. I don't think I have any white carts, let alone translucent. So, but yeah, they look, everything about this, like the gameplay looks so good. The soundtrack, my god, I wanted to just leave and touch myself.
Yeah, right. It was pretty good.
So yeah, we missed a good Kickstarter, and I do apologize, but at least, hey, we're covering it now. At least we're letting people know that it's coming. It's coming to Steam, so you can buy it for Steam at the very least, or at least get yourself a ROM of it if you need it. All right, so our first live Kickstarter of the night. Here we go. These, I haven't checked out any of these. The only one I know for sure, 100%, that's going to be a good game. We'll get to in a second. I already said on a previous podcast that it was going to be good. We're just waiting for the Kickstarter to start. It started, but that's besides the point. Right now, Sword of the Necromancer. Turn your foes into allies in this dungeon crawler action RPG with roguelike elements. They've already met their goal. Oh, there it goes again. They were looking for 22,861. They are currently at 29,643 with 28 days to go. So let's have a watch. Oh! Oh, hello. Reminds me of Moonlighter.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Oh, whoa. Jesus. Okay, let me rephrase that. The art style is more along the lines of Moonlighter.
Yeah.
And yes, the gameplay is somewhat like that, but I would say still more towards Zelda, more so than Moonlighter.
Yeah.
Either way, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, that looks very good. So let's see what we've got here for awards. Any 14 euros, about 22 Canadian, about what 1979 or something, 1950 American. We'll get you a digital copy of the game, and your name will get in the credits.
About $16.
Oh, okay.
It's roughly $16.
Weird. All right. $16 will get you the game and the soundtrack. That's the early bird cost of it. Digital game and soundtrack will be 18 euros. Or sorry, I said $16. 16 euros. 25 Canadian. For early bird, for if you don't get the early bird, it'll cost you $28 Canadian, 18 euros. Yeah, I really like the way this looks. Digital Deluxe Edition, Early Bird, 22 euros, 34 Canadian, will get you a copy of the game, soundtrack, art book, instruction manual, and your name in the credits. That looks like the exact same one. Oh, that was the Early Bird. If you don't get the Early Bird, it's 25 euros, 39 Canadian. Early Bird Beta Access, 27 euros, 42 Canadian. After that, 30 euros, 46 Canadian for beta access. Oh, okay, yeah. This is what I wanted to see. Physical edition. You get a physical copy of Sword of the Necromancer for your platform of choice, Switch or PS4, when it releases. You also get previous tier rewards, such as a digital copy of the game, digital soundtrack, art book, instruction manual, special role in Discord server, beta access on the PC version only, and your name will appear in the credits as a physical edition backer. Oh, collector's edition? Oh. Okay, the collector's edition of Sword of the Necromancer contains a copy of the game, art book, a CD with the game soundtrack, and some IR cards. Also get the digital rewards in case you want to keep your physical goods untouched. Oh, dude. Or people. I shouldn't assume you're a dude. Anyways, yeah, they have a lot. Ultra Collector's Edition, exclusive figurine for Ultra Collector backers. Oh my god. Special Collector's IR card, Physical Collector's Edition of Sword. Okay, yeah, I want to see the. Show me this physical thing right here.
Oh, the figurine. It's kind of looks like it's a sword on a pedestal or something like that. Like,
Altar of the Sword figurine, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of neat, though. Unpainted render of the figurine. Okay. So it still has to be painted, but still, that looks nice.
Gotcha.
And there's the IR cards. Instruction manual. Oh, my God. All right, so, yeah, lots there for that one. All right, moving on. Our next game is called 9 Years of Shadows. Oh, a heartfelt Metroidvania experience. And guess what? It's already done. It's backed. It's fully backed already. They were looking for $22,193. They're currently at $32,335 with $32,464 with 13 days to go. So let's have a watch of this one, Skull. It's a Metroidvania, so this could be... Ooh. Female? Protagonist again? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, okay. this looks alright. Yeah, the music sounds really good. That looks pretty good. Now, I did feel that some of the gameplay looked a little stiff.
Yeah, that's
some of the movement, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to. Did kind of feel like her movements were a little clunky.
Yeah, like they almost flow to computer-like. You know what I mean? Like it's okay, chop.
Yeah.
Like everything is just all one fluid motion. There's no like realism to it.
The problem is having a main character that, like, when you think of Metroidvanias, characters have either like Samus and you have like the long range weaponry, or you're like Alucard, you have like swords or whips or something like that. It's really hard to like animate or make a flowing character that uses a weapon like a halberd like that. And I think that may be kind of what we're basing it on. Is we're kind of thinking of like looking at like Castlevania or like, you know, Symphony of the Night or something like that, where you have characters that have like simple flowing weapons like a whip or a sword or something like that. Mm-hmm. We're looking at it as a character who's using a weapon that's much more clunky than a whip or a sword. So maybe that's what we're looking at. I kind of feel that that's maybe what it's about. It all depends. Like it 100% just depends on how it controls.
Yeah,
I mean that's like for any.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it still looks good.
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's just that it's very. And I've used this word before. Rigid. It's just it feels like okay. This action is done. There's no like you know, she doesn't like, you know, okay, I just came from a roll, so I'm gonna like kind of move back a little bit, or like, you know, have that little bit of a sway or something. It's just like I just finished a roll, standing up perfectly straight. Where are you, fucking M. Bison or something? Jesus Christ, man.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of
like even the attack in the air. It's like jump straight up, perfect posture, perfectly straight out to kill the thing, right back into perfect posture, right back down, and it's just like what the fuck. It's not enough personality for the character. Yeah.
I mean, again, using a weapon as something as huge as like a halberd like that, it might be what we're judging it on. So, again, it's going to absolutely depend on how the character controls and how, like, you know, even with games like just take, you know, Castlevania, for example. Like, any of the Castlevania games, when you hit the attack button, you already know that when you hit the attack button, that unlike Symphony of the Night, where like when you hit the attack button, it's like, wow, there's the attack. The Belmonts don't work like that. The Belmonts, like when you hit the whip, they have like that startup, you know? You know that if you want to attack, you have to hit the button slightly faster than when you want the attack to come out. Because there's that whip startup, because they reel back and then go forward. Or unlike, you know, like again, Symphony of the Night, when Alucard attacks, it's like, wow, there it is. It's different with that. So again, it just depends on how it feels. So I'd have to get my hands on it to be able to give like a proper, you know, how the character feels sort of thing.
Apparently somebody pledged their top pledge here of 10,000, I guess, Mexican dollars, or about 584 Canadian dollars.
Damn.
Be part of the creation by helping us design a boss, plus everything including the treasure hunter tier, which is physical hardcover art book signed by the art director himself, an exclusive poster print, a physical comic, the physical soundtrack, and a t-shirt and Stormheart pin, plus everything in the muralist tier. And that was for $293.
Damn.
Muralist received 3 limited edition prints of alternative art signed by talented Kalasami, plus everything included in the Portrait Master tier. That's for $140. Jesus. Access to both backer exclusive levels and a pixel art portrait of yourself, plus everything included in the cartographer tier. Holy shit. So yeah, they have a lot of really nice tiers, and they're not super expensive. You see 999 Mexican dollars, that's 58 Canadian, okay? Calm down. That's just a digital copy of the art book, a digital comic, a digital map, plus everything included in the composer tier. Yeah, so on and so forth. So anyways, yeah, there's... Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that one of their highest tiers with the treasure hunter, with everything that's included there, is still only like less than $300. And that's a hardcover art book signed by the art director. Like a physical comic, physical soundtrack, a t-shirt, a pin. Like, that's a lot of stuff to get, dude.
Yeah, right.
And this is why I like Kickstarters, because of all these extra little things. Because, as an example, say if you kickstarted something like The Messenger. Wouldn't you be so happy if you had, like, hey, look, I have a Messenger figurine that only, like, 49 other people have, because they only done... I don't even know if they done this or had...
Right, yeah.
But I'm using it as an example. I would be so friggin' happy as a collector knowing that I have something like that I know that only, a handful of other people have. And then it turns out to be a game that's fantastic, that everyone who's ever played it basically loves it. So, I mean, like, yeah, there's Kickstarters are so awesome just to get that really cool fan merchandise that you can't really get anywhere else. So.
Right. And for what it's worth, I mean, they're only asking for, like, $13 for this game.
Yeah, $18 for a digital copy for us.
Yeah, so it's like...
not bad at all.
Damn. I mean, you get for $13, you're gonna get the game and with your name in the credits. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all for $13.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a good game. It looks like it's a good game. Just little tweaks to it could make it a fantastic game.
Yep. I would say like the only thing I would really change is I feel that there should be like maybe a little bit more in the attack animation. Mm-hmm. Like make it, if it's like the attack animation is like, let's say 3/4 of a second long. Just make it so that the attack is like 45 frames. Just put more fluid animation into it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
And for $13 for a Metroidvania that like has the aesthetic look that it does,
yep,
that's not bad at all.
Yeah, because the actual presentation of everything else, like the backgrounds, your enemies, everything else looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. Even like the little bits of rain coming out of this one little gift that we're seeing, like you don't really notice it right away, but it's adding so much more to it.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we're going to move on to our next one, which is the one I was saying before that we did mention, but the Kickstarter hadn't started yet. Holmgang. The Kickstarter has started. It has 19 days to go. They're looking for 63,113. They're at 13,026. Let's see if we can update that. Maybe that's updated. I don't know. It looks like my finger thing is stuck. That's good. Let's just refresh the page. And that might be a bit faster. Maybe. No. That's for James. Okay. Yeah, they're still at 13,026. I'm going to turn on the... So, it's a hack and slash type of game. Third person. Whoa, Jesus. Be the anti-hero in this dark fantasy hack and slash with hack and slash with branching narrative inspired by the good old Metroidvanias.
I don't know if I would say that this is a Metroidvania.
I think what they're referring to is that, like, oh, I need this person, or I need this power in order to proceed to this path, or, you know, that kind of thing. Which doesn't necessarily mean it's a Metroidvania. So, I can agree with you on that, for sure. So, that's Holmgang. It's a hack and slash. It looks like it's a little bit... it could be a little bit gory with the killing animations and stuff, it looks like.
Right, yeah.
It looked pretty good. It's not what I was expecting. I don't know if... When I first looked at the game, if that was... I thought it was the same game that I was looking at before, but... I thought it was pixel art for some reason, or pixely before, but maybe I'm mistaken. But anyways, we're going to go and see what kind of tiers they got here. Early Bird... $15 US, 22 Canadian, gets you a digital game, Discord backer group, and digital manual. $20 gets you the game otherwise. It's 29 Canadian. Exclusive in-game weapon for $30. Oh, for $30 or 43 Canadian, Early Bird, you can get 2 digital games, early access, Discord early group, name to credits, exclusive in-game weapon, trinket, and combo, digital manual, OST, art book, and world map. Oh god, this isn't coming out until October 2021. It's quite a while before it comes out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, they have a lot of little separate tiers where it's like 2 times the game, and then you get, you know, this or that or something else. There's a lot of different... Holy crap. Reward tiers we got. Here we go. Physical game, physical box, manual, cloth, world map, physical sketches. Choose from one from physical. Poster, t-shirt, art book, or art print. Jesus. Oh, wow. They have a $500 tier that you get a physical statue.
Damn.
Physical sketches, physical comic. My god, yeah, they have a lot of different like award tiers. Holy crap, I can't go through all of them because there's just so much. But yeah, if this game interests you and you're interested in forking out some cash to get some different exclusive stuff, there's a lot of tiers to look through. So
it sounds like it.
All right, so our next one is another NES game. It's called Jeffrey Wittenhagen's Black Box Challenge for Nintendo. An expansive NES role-playing game where you collect Nintendo games and play mini-games, plus a classic novel/guide of the game. It's already backed. Only 13 days to go. They were looking for $7,012. They're already at $10,265. Okay, that hurt my ears. If you're collecting NES games, I hope you're collecting them somewhere outside of Newfoundland. You play the games you collect? Wait, what? Oh, what? Oh wow, they have like little challenges to them too. This is such a weird RPG type game though.
Right?
But I like it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that you play other little games and stuff. Whoa, battle system. Reviewer, oh god. What do you assume the reviewer's a fat dude? How do you know? Yeah, I was gonna say a casual gamer. He's all skinny. Oh, they're similar to the NES Black Box games. They're not exactly like... I was going to say, how can you get away with that? Well, damn. Let's get a full novel of the game. Oh my god. Alright. So let's have a look at the award tiers. So for $20 American, $29 Canadian, you get a Twisted Realities book and a digital NES ROM. For $40 American, $57 Canadian, you get a physical NES cartridge and a ROM. $60 gets you a boxed physical copy with box game manual and a digital copy of the game. $80 gets you a CIB and the book and the game ROM. Oh wow! All the $200 pledges are gone. Premium edition wooden box, limited to 10. As I hand ink and stain these individually, these amazing wooden boxes will be stamped, numbered, and will fit the CIB game and Twisted Realities guidebook, plus any stretch goal goodies. Jesus.
Really now?
Now I need to see the wooden copy. Oh, really? That looks so cool.
Yeah. Damn.
That looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
So how much is that? 200? 200 American, 281 Canadian. Jesus. That's really unique, having a wooden box to keep everything in it. Jesus. So, again, not overboard on the award tiers or anything, and all decent reward tiers as well, so... I do love seeing new NES games. Look at it. It's so shiny and like wants to be my Nintendo. Alright, last game for the night. Kickstarter, should say. It's called Mystiqa, a procedural Zelda-like action RPG. They only have 6 days to go. They're only looking for 5,334. They've made their goal of 5,637. Let's have a watch of this, shall we? Imagine Zelda, but every time you play, it's different.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right?
Not gonna lie. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Coming September 2020.
Neat.
So, looks
All
pretty
right.
good.
I could dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how much do they want?
All right. So, digital copy of the game is €10 or $16 Canadian.
That's not terrible.
I understand, Six. I feel the same way. It's never TMI. Post success extra copy of the game. Oh. Oh, so pay extra. Okay, so $23, you get an extra copy of the game plus the first copy, so that's pretty good. Soundtrack, an extra copy for €20, 31 Canadian. Name of choice appears in game. Okay. Custom in-game item, skill, or spell for €100, 153 Canadian. Custom in-game monster, and all gone. Custom in-game boss. And full custom in-game biome. Wow. There's only one backer for that, and two. They only had two for in-game, custom in-game bosses, so that's really neat. And people jumped at them immediately. Shit. If you want to play with real people, Mystiqa supports local multiplayer for up to 4 players simultaneously. Oh, local?
No kidding.
I just wish it wasn't local multiplayer, but other than that, it looks real good.
Yeah.
Not super expensive. So it's something for us to all look forward to again because, yeah, it's already made its goal. So that's it.
All right.
We're all done for this week, man. We've
Yes, sir.
seen a lot of great games, too. So
Yes, we did. So, again, I'd like to thank my my websites that I got my news from this week, which is VG247 and Destructoid.com.
Indeed. And I would like to thank Destructoid as well, and IndieRetroNews.com and IndieGamesPlus.com. All the fabulous indie devs and Steam and... My God, there's so many people we could thank because there's so many people putting out such fantastic games for us to look at. So,
Yeah.
thank you all for joining us. I'm just going to have a quick little refresh here, make sure we see if there's anybody on. We'll give them a quick raid. Let's see. I don't see. Oh, how about me raid up Faust 4712. He is doing some Sega speedruns.
Nice.
So we're going to go and... Sega Genesis speedrun, sorry. And we're going to go check him out. Have yourselves a good evening. Hopefully you enjoyed the podcast. Looking forward to doing another one soon because, yeah, we missed out. But we'll make up for it.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.